Good morning, dear viewer of MKU TV, and welcome to today's discussion. As you can see in our studio, we have different guests. But before we hear from them, let me also give a chance to my co-host to introduce herself.
Hello, I go by the name Ruth Sophia Moke, and today, as you have heard from my co-host, is that we have visitors today at the studio, and I would like to give them a privilege to introduce themselves.
Good morning, members of the fourth estate. My name is Nabala Albert Smith. I'm a third-year student pursuing a Bachelor of Procurement at the School of Business and Management. And I'm here today as a presidential aspirant, driven by a vision to lead with integrity, transparency, and to drive a progressive change. Thank you.
Yes, good morning, viewers. My name is Justice Kimtaiche Maluk. Yes, a student taking a Bachelor of Education Science, specifically chemistry and physics. I'm a fourth-year student, and I'm enthusiast, and I'm driven by a vision because I believe in myself that I carry Vision 2025 for Mount Kenya University. As a presidential aspirant, I would like to see a Mount Kenya University that is driven by students who are eager to see the change, not in Mount Kenya University alone, but in the whole world, specifically in leadership. And I'm driven by core values and principles. And I want to say that comrades of Mount Kenya University should get ready to see a real change in Mount Kenya University. Thank you very much.
Okay, with those nice introductions, I would like to ask you, what gave you the push to vie for this presidential seat?
Yes, I myself as Justice Kimtai, I've been in this school for a while. And what is the thing that driven me is that I don't want to live by myself alone. I've been working by myself for all of these years. But this is the time now I want to pay to the community in service. I don't want to be alone, but I want to include students. I want to carry the burden of students and make sure that this community is driven and is successful. And in my administration, I want to make sure that things will be driven in a good way and to lead with integrity. That's it.
Thank you very much. Me, as Albert, I'm driven with a vision, and I believe in myself, having been serving in several associations. I've led students, and I've measured how I can do leadership. And I believe when given this chance, I will take Mount Kenya University to another level, comparing the outgoing council.
What are you going to do that is different from the previous administration?
Specifically, there is a part that the previous administration messed up. They messed up in part of communication.
Communication?
Yes. You know, there are some of the things that you need to communicate to the student effectively. You need to tell the student what is the truth. I like people who speak truth to power. Me, I speak truth to power. And I'm going to make sure that the area of communication, when things are not going right in the school, the leaders should come out and tell the students these are the things that are not going out in the administration.
Thank you. I will ensure that we will work as a team. That's the first thing. Because if you interrogate how this outgoing Mkusa is working now, everybody is working on his own perspective. I will ensure that the team that will be there, the other aspirants now that will be elected together with me, will ensure to work for student, advocate for student issues. You know, that's where the problem comes in. After you have been given power, it's now your will or capabilities to work for students.
How do you plan to engage students during your leadership term?
We are going to have a semester planner, and we are not, as a student council, we are not going to plan ourselves. We are going to plan with the students, and we are going to engage various committees. If you look at it, there are committees that should be formed, that should be even advising the student council. And in every corner and in every aspect, say for example in sports, we will form a committee that will rule the sports, where the sports secretary will be there. In hostels, we will just say that we should be having these issues this semester, and these are the things that we are going to work.
Make sure that activities will be more available for students. Because if you see now, You can see that majority of the students are not engaged with these activities. I will make sure that we have a number of activities that will pull students to participate in. I believe that will be a more effective way to engage students. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. And we're now going to take a short break. Let's take a sip of water. When we come back, we shall proceed from the other question. This is just the beginning of it. Stay tuned to MKU TV. I, your Captain Otieno Diambo Vincent, we shall be back shortly. Thank you.
Welcome back, dear viewers, to MKU TV. And as we had said earlier today, we are privileged to have aspiring leaders of Mount Kenya University. And before we took our commercial break, one of our leaders, Justus, you had said you have a vision that leads you.
Yeah. Definitely.
How do you plan to implement your vision?
How do I plan to implement? I'm not going to run this government myself, but I know when the other teams will be elected, we will work together to ensure that things that we are telling the students right now will be implemented. I will be strictly following what was my agenda entering that student governing council.
Maybe you tell us a few of your agendas.
A few of my agendas. I have 3 pillars, and I know these 3 pillars supports Mount Kenya University. In the area of academic. The academic excellence is the thing that is driving my vision. It is part of my agenda also to introduce, even to digitalize this academic area.
Okay, thank you very much.
That.
Okay, thank you. Now let's hear from Albert.
And I don't finish my.
I'll give you time. Yes, thank you.
My vision I will implement through standing firm and making sure that my agendas will come to pass. Yes.
How?
I have agendas. So through
just like Mr. Justus here told us that he has 3 pillars.
Yes.
Tell us yours.
I have my 4 agendas. There is inclusivity, diversity and inclusivity. Every student should at least feel represented, no matter where he or she comes from, or who he or she is. They must all feel that there is a representation of them. In case you have a problem, I will be the one to handle or help you solve. That's what I mean.
After election, most people never attended classes. Most people, after they lost election, they never came to school and they never appeared on public. So, Mr. Justus, starting with you.
Yes.
After election,
Yeah.
what are you going to do in case you lose?
If I lose this election, I am a student. I'm a bona fide student of Mount Kenya University. Where should I run to? In fact, I may join the team to implement the vision that I had for Mount Kenya University. I'm not running anywhere. I'm here to stay, and I'm here to work for students. Even if they don't elect me, I think my vision and the agendas that I had should be implemented in the Mkusa
so
that it can help. Where am I running to?
It's just the beginning. That can happen because it's a number of cards. You never know what your opponent is planning.
Yes.
So at the end of the day, you may end up losing. So I will just accept the result and move on. I know many people that have been defeated in the campus politics and they came back and lead, the likes of Peter Salasia,
Yes.
the likes of Governor Olelengu. They were all in the race those years and they were defeated and they never missed to come back.
Yeah, we don't quit.
Okay.
Yes.
We don't quit.
Thank you. And my last question before I give my co-hosts a chance to finish up. My last question is, now there is something that actually is really bothering students about help.
Yes.
There are students who receive help, but you can see the delays. Of late, there are no disbursement of funds, and some are even quitting. Others are deferring. So what are you going to do about it, Mr. Justus, if elected?
If elected?
Yes.
Or
Or that is above your knowledge?
No, that's not above my knowledge. That's my responsibility as the president and the chairperson of Mount Kenya University. Actually, as I'm going to sit in the student governing council, I will make sure that we all come together as the elected, all the KUSA, the KUSA now, the elected the representative from each and every corners of the universities around this country. We will come and sit down and we say we want to solve the impunity of the government. That they are
Did you just say you are going to come together
You are
from
going to
all
come-
students from this great
country, Kenya.
country?
Yeah, this country, Kenya. We come to the table.
Remember, people are watching you.
I know. Yes,
They
I
are
know
noting
that.
everything that you are saying.
I'm saying.
So you are going to be you are going to chair all these Mkusa elected
I will
presidents.
call because this is the problem that has been disturbing the
Then you must be very powerful.
Of
How are
course.
you going to do that?
How am I going to do that? This is a very simple thing, by the way, my friend, my
Okay.
good friend Vincent. You know, when you are a president, you have every powers. When the students give you powers, you have to act like the person who is in power indeed. And we are going to call ourselves as the student governing council of this of the whole country, and we're going to come to sit down and we say, let us solve this problem forever. We're going to sit and tell the government to release the funds. We will not be having the problems of help again. If I am going to be elected as a Mount Kenya University Nakuru campus student president, we will not be having this problem.
We shall be there and we shall be
Yes,
watching.
we shall be
Thank you
blessed.
very much.
Yes.
Mr. Albert, what are you going to do about this issue of help?
Being the president of Mount Kenya University, Nakuru campus, I will collaborate with the other presidents from other institutions in this county.
In this county?
Yes, in this
Nakuru county?
Yes.
He's copying me.
No, you just said
You
county.
said the word
Mkusa.
Yes.
You said Mkusa.
You said national.
Yes, you cannot jump from nursery to university.
No.
You have to start from where you come from.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, so that's now where we will air our voice. Before now going to what my friend has just said, the governing council and Mkusa, whatever. I believe we have to speak as Nakuru students that there is this issue of
You know, help is not a Nakuru County
Yes,
problem.
but have you
Help
ever-
is a all country problem.
Have you ever-
And when the student council of Nakuru will come and sit down, how can they agree with the other students from the
They
whole
will
country?
know that
Because help disbursement normally goes to the whole students in the country.
that's the
This is not a problem affecting
No,
the
it's a
national
university.
problem.
It is a
I
national
know,
problem.
I know.
Yes.
It's
I've
a national
said that
problem.
now where we will air our voice
Yes.
for them to realize that we are here and we are going through this. Yes.
You know when you,
Always I usually follow those proceedings,
Yes.
and I've always seen them considering only students from Nairobi County or Nairobi region or
do you have the
surrounding.
evidence?
Yes, I have the
The disbursement normally affects
No.
all the students across
I'm
this
speaking
country.
from the experience.
Let's hear from him. Let's hear from him
Yes.
first.
Stop
Mr. Justice.
interrupting what I'm saying.
I'm not interrupting
Yes,
you.
yes.
Let's
So,
give him time to proceed.
They always consider students from mainly Nairobi County. That's why you always see the president organizing a meeting with the student leaders.
Because the students are closer to the government.
Yeah, I think so. Or
Mhm.
maybe
No,
they are
yeah.
united.
Mhm.
Maybe they are united, so they have a voice. That's what I believe. Yeah, so we will also start from Nakuru. We have a union
Okay.
of student leaders.
Okay.
Yes, addressing this and this.
Actually, there's been unions in
So-
this Nakuru
No,
County city.
so
And
they are not effective.
What you are going to do next time, once you get another chance like this, you are going to tackle about this issue of health because it has been a very serious challenge to our students. So my last question will go to all of you before I give a chance to my co-host. Finally, the last question.
Yes.
How are you going to balance between leadership and studies if elected as Mkusa chairman?
Okay.
Because
that's a very
previously we saw it was so hard for some people to balance between studies
That's a very simple question.
and their leadership roles.
Okay. Thank you for your question. About academics and leadership. This is not the first leadership that I'm seeking. I've been in previous leaderships.
Like which one?
For example, here in Mount Kenya University, I've been in Christian Union and I've been an instrumentalist. And you know when you are an instrumentalist, you are not even an instrumentalist of Christian Union, you are an instrumentalist of the whole school because some of the programs, they needed me to be there. And I have been balancing and I've been scoring high grades. And I've been in leadership even in high schools and I've been serving students.
So when you say you have been scoring high grades, that means next time when you are here, you will show us your portal.
That's something that is personal, you know.
Oh,
but if you
so
need,
you can't show
but
your
if you
photo in
need,
public.
if you need,
We need evidence. When
I
you
will
say
show
you have been scoring high,
I will show you.
You
I
will
will
show us.
I will show
Okay,
you.
thank you.
There is no problem.
Okay.
Yes, if you need my resource.
Okay.
But I am balancing. I will balance because I will make sure that my team. I will delegate some of the other duties to my team. I'm not going to carry the load I myself
Okay.
to make sure that I ease my academics with leadership.
Thank you. Mr. Albert, how are you going to balance between studies and leadership roles?
Thank you very much. That's a very simple thing. I told you I've served as a leader.
Because I know you are somebody who is dedicated to classwork.
Have you noticed Nabala following my traits in answering questions?
No, let's hear from him.
Have you seen?
No, let's hear from him.
Yes.
I have served as a leader in several associations. That I just introduced myself and told you that I served as a leader in this and this.
Which this and this, you know, when somebody say this and this,
No, you are not the
that is
interviewer.
not-
No,
I'm not the
remember he
interviewer,
said-
but I am.
He said several areas concerning
Yes.
students where he has served. So
Specifically,
let's
yeah.
just proceed, Mr.
You are not
Albert.
the interviewer. Listen.
Yes.
No, I know. I'm
No,
not the
No,
interviewer, but I'm not
leave him
competing
alone.
on
Leave
number
alone.
of
Hey, why you are?
You shall meet in the ballot.
Yes.
Yes.
I will harass you in the ballot.
Thank you.
You cannot harass me.
So,
Okay, Mr. Albert, proceed. You have only two minutes, less than 2 minutes.
okay, I've served as a school assistant captain for the football team, and I have showed the utmost leadership, and at the same time I've performed well in class.
Okay.
So I believe being given this opportunity, it will not bring any negative impact on me.
Okay.
Yes,
It won't affect your grades.
it would.
Okay.
But it's the first time you are vying for a higher seat.
No, I've served in more bigger
More higher.
position that yes,
Okay.
yes.
The comrades are here, they have done the analysis, but do you mind giving the comrades at least one valid reason why you should be vied for as president?
I believe with the skills I have, with the past experience I've had from surfing, because I've led comrades, so I believe I'm the right person to be given that opportunity, and I will for sure advocate for their needs. Yes, my interest is comrades. Yes, thank you.
What's your slogan?
The pioneers of change.
Pioneers of change.
Yes.
Yes, esteemed comrades of Mount Kenya University. If you elect me as Mount Kenya University student chairperson, I am going to work for you, comrades. Let me speak to your hearts. Listen, choose a leader who will work for you. I am going to work for the students like never before. If you elect a president, if there is a president that you will never regret electing, it's Justus Kimtai Chemalo. I will work for you in all the capacities, from academics, sports, entertainment, and everything. You deserve me, comrades, and I deserve you.
Remind
Let's
us
work
your
together.
slogan again, Mr. Justus.
Comrades, power to be returned home.
Comrades, power to be returned home.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks for
You are surprised. You are surprised. You know the
you want the comrades' power to go home.
to come home.
No.
Yes.
Okay, as a tradition, it's always, we always see it even in politics, Kenyan politics, that when you want to be elected, you always talk a lot of things, you give us promises. But let's see it after election, when are we, if you are going to deliver whatever you are saying or not, we shall see that. Okay. Others, thank you very much for coming to MKU studio. Yeah, it was a privilege having you, great leaders, and we are hoping best for the best for you. And also, as you start your campaigns, may you campaign wisely.
Sure.
Yes, so let me give a chance to my co-host also to wind it up. Thank you very much. My name is Vincent Odhiambo Tieno.
And as you have heard, I am Ruth Sophia Moke, and with that, I'll tell you, dear comrades, don't just choose wisely.